Oh,
And here we are.
hello,
We're
hello.
starting off the show. Hello, everyone. Let's start this the way we normally do with a big old hi. I just hit my elbow on the table. Ow.
This is a very, very lax introduction.
let's let's try that again.
Rewind, come on, be kind.
Hello. I'm Britty, and it's 9:08 in the morning.
Hello, I'm David, and it's 2:08 in the afternoon.
And
Time zones are
time zones
hard.
are hard.
Yeah.
And apparently so is podcasting and streaming, but we all knew this. We all knew this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, end of the road for half.
Stop saying that. It makes it sound like we're done. Here's the
Yeah.
thing about it. It's like it's not that we're even done. It's like we just need a nap. We just need a four
Yeah.
week nap, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna come back with like so many crazy new funny jokes. Actually,
Yeah.
that's probably asking way too much of us.
We're gonna nap. We're gonna wake up with a can of Monster for breakfast, and then we're gonna
God.
be sorted. That'll be us, then. It'll
Uh,
be it'll be insane episode,
wait,
and
so we're
that'll be a
sorted?
sponsor,
That's
please.
a different podcast. I mean, I know that I know that that's that's got an Englishman and an American woman, but I I don't think we'll wake up and be sorted.
All right, all right. That's my new show.
That's your that's
That's
our new show
that's
is
my
what
new show with Richard, which is going to be happening over the next 4 weeks, which Brie doesn't know about.
I
On
I
a private network.
Well, if you're gonna fight over the sorted podcast, uh,
No, it's
I'm
fine.
gonna just back away slowly. Um,
So,
yeah,
what a series Act One has been.
yes, Act One has been ups and downs and triangles and circles.
Do you know,
Uh,
I really feel like this has been our best run
yeah, I
out of the
like
lot
I
we've
like
done.
we do like little spurts. I think is what we end up really doing, and I think that this is like a fun way to continue doing that. To just be like, hey, 6 weeks we're gonna entertain, and now we need a fucking nap. Just hang on. Just let us take a ding dong nap for a second.
Oh my word! But that is the first time throughout the whole series I've really heard you emphasize with a swear word. It's always been because afterwards you replace it with ding dong. You are like Ned Flanders. You don't swear. You
Oh,
replace it with words.
I
But then you
swear.
had to. You had to. It's like we need a fucking nap.
I need a fucking nap. Here's the thing about me. The thing about me is I look like I'm probably 12 years old and I have the strength of a newborn kitten. Okay? So you look at me and you're like, "Oh, what a tiny little lass. What a cutie patoot." And then I'm like, "Hey, I need a fucking nap." And you're like, "Wait a second. Wait a second." And I love that. That was probably my favorite thing when I was in college. I still looked like I was in high school. So like the first big job I had when I was in college was working as the tour guide. So I obviously didn't swear when I was on tour. But when you get
Sure.
back to the garage and all of the bus drivers and all the mechanics are like 50-year-old white men, I'm like, I feel comfortable letting a few fucks fly. Like, but but then they look at me and they're like, "You are a child." And I'm like, "Yeah, what of it?"
Caution, job may involve flying fucks.
Watch your eyes. Safety goggles on. Oh man. But this is why this
Yeah.
is why we mark our podcast M for mature.
Yeah, yeah. I do have to apologize because the last few episodes I've promised a song I've been working on, and
Yeah.
I've been way too busy to finish it for this act. So it might be for Act Two. It might be the end of the year.
Maybe that's the opening number of Act 2. Act our Time Zones Are Hard the musical. Act 1. Oops, all advertisements.
Yeah, can the whole of the series two just be the last episode over and over again?
So, listen, I know I'm laying this out for you. I'm writing an award-winning Broadway musical. Be quiet. Okay. All right.
I just want a break series where we just do adverts for 6 episodes. I want to do that. That'd be so fun.
I can't. I cannot keep up that momentum. I I I legitimately had a marketing job for a while and I don't like it. I don't want to be a marketing person for 6 episodes. Okay.
That's fair enough.
Time Zones Are Hard the Musical. First
Go
act.
on.
There's no music. It's
Oh.
just all advertisements. And it's not even advertisements for our show. It's just advertisements for like anything. Anybody can buy an advertisement for Act 1 of this musical. Okay.
That's a great idea to make money for us.
Curtain down. All right. Everyone's kind of milling about like, I don't know if I want to do this. You think you're intermission, but like halfway through the regular time, like so say intermission is normally like 10 minutes long. 5 minutes into intermission, you hear like a and then and then it breaks into a rap, but it's just me standing in the balcony. I'm not even on the stage, and I'm rapping in the balcony, and then I zip line down to the stage, and I'm like, "Intermission's over, motherfuckers! Get back in your seats!" and then we do like a little chorus line comes out. I got a top hat and a cane. I don't know what the rest of Act 2 is because we haven't done more of our season 3 yet. I'm just giving the beginning. I'm just giving you the beginning.
So for the whole stage show as well, before everything starts, are you going to wheel me out on a TV screen because I'll be streamed over live?
I was thinking what we can do is we can have a big projector screen drop down from the back and you can be there, and then what I'll do is I'll have like my phone on a little stand on stage, so that's how you actually like see things, but everybody sees you up on the screen, and then every once in a while we'll just have confetti pop down by your face so it looks like there's some activity moving around the screen. Just do a big like poof. Why was there confetti?
Then the audience can see how much I fall asleep as well during anything.
Just real quick, we're gonna do this for 2 hours, so don't worry about David. He might take a little nap. To be fair, it's 1 a.m. for him. I always thought it would be really cool to do like if we say for instance my social media tweeting hacks work and our advertisements work and we get 1 million people that like our show tomorrow. All right?
Yeah.
So say that's what we do. I always think it would be super fun to do like a live show, but we are both in different countries. So like I think it would be cool to basically have what we're doing now, but instead of being in the comfort of our own homes, we're both on stages, one in England, one in America.
Well, that is the plan for the future.
Yeah, that's the
when we finally do a live show.
Yeah, season 4 is live show. Yeah. I'm gonna rent out the Warner Theater. Yeah. And it's just gonna be me on stage with my microphone, a little bottle of water, and a camera, and David projected ginormously behind me. That would be quite entertaining. I would have a good time. But David,
that sounds great.
You know the problem with this is we'd have to actually have a good show.
I know. Yeah, we actually have to plan something.
We'd actually have to have, I don't know, good content. The thing I appreciate about our show is it's complete bullshit and everybody's here for it, and I appreciate that very much. Like, hats off to everyone who listens to our bullshit, because you are the wind beneath my wings.
Yeah.
My chicken wings. You're the wind beneath them and maybe the ranch on top of them.
Thank you for appreciating the nonsense of the show. Because we literally just set up laptop, just chat for an hour, and that's it. We don't. Now and then, Britty comes up with a few segments, which are brilliant. But other than that, we're just talking absolute shit.
It's like if I was to say I want to do performance art, but also I want to talk to my best friend.
Yeah.
Because it's like every once in a while we'll have just a bit of like surrealist entertainment in there, especially because of like our icebreakers. But then on the other hand, we talk about your rabbits, so it's all good.
This is a nice cool off project. This is. From
Yeah.
all the stuff we're doing every day of the week, and
Yeah.
then we get to sit down and do this for an hour and not have anything planned. It all just comes out. There's
Improv,
always
baby.
content. There's always content. There's always something we've got to say.
There's always words coming out of our mouth. They're
That
maybe
makes
not
sense.
necessarily good ones or make any sense. I
I
did bring up an icebreaker if you're feeling adventurous.
stick it on, go.
Okay. Would you rather wear an eye patch at all times or not know who everyone else is?
See, now I would, with the eye patch, I'd like it to be an electronic one where. Wait, so the other one is you don't know who everyone else is.
Yeah, amnesia. Just straight up, you don't. Well, it's not even amnesia. You just don't know who people are, I guess.
Every time I see a person, I just scream. Ah!
Maybe. I mean, yes. I was just thinking like your mom walks in, you're like, "Who are you? Who's that?"
Or just looking in the mirror. It's like when a cat sees itself in the mirror for the first time. Huh? It's copying everything I do.
Who is this?
At least with the eye patch, I'd want an electronic eye patch that
Yeah.
tells me, like a bit like Terminator. Every time I look at someone, it gives me all their details of their life. I want to be a nosy eye patched pirate. There we go.
What are you stealing?
Nothing, just information. I'm basically Google. Google the pirate.
Go and dunk on Google. That's not gonna come back to haunt you at any point.
There goes our meta tags.
I'm scared. I have a Google Home. I'm looking at it right now. I'm scared. I don't know if it can hear you or not, but I'm scared a little bit.
have I told you about my Siri on my phone?
Go on.
Go on. Okay. Let me just talk to him. Hey Siri.
I'm here.
Hey Alexa.
That's like comparing
No.
apples.
No. Hey Alexa.
I'm not sure I understand.
Alexa.
That's like
Alexa.
that's like
He's not doing it. Alexa.
I'm not sure I understand.
Alexa, play a song. Oh my god, he plays. No! He's not doing it! Why? He's got stage fright. Alright, I'll leave it. Basically, I've changed my name on my phone
Yeah.
on Siri. So, what's my name?
You're David, but you asked me to call you fucking idiot.
So every time I called him Alexa, he goes, I'm not Alexa, you fucking idiot. But he didn't want to do the joke. So fuck you, Siri.
Your timing is bad.
Well, right now my Alexa downstairs going mad because it thought I was talking to her. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. I don't have any Alexa products in my house, I think. Hopefully.
Just Google.
Well, what I'm hoping is if I did. It's one of those things where I'm afraid to say it out loud, but if I said it out loud and I addressed Alexa and something answered, I would be frightened. Like if my refrigerator answered, I would be like, "Oh God, I'm gonna die."
Well, are you aware? Literally, you're being listened to all the time anyway, even with your phone.
Oh, yes.
Not to scare anyone, but as in
No.
like adverts you see online.
Well,
Sometimes
first of
you'll have a
all,
conversation with someone, and then all of a sudden you're going on your phone or your laptop, and you see an advert about the thing you were just talking about. That exists. That's real.
well, of course. I
Keyword.
mean, I'm in everybody's houses listening. I
Yeah.
am me personally.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Britty, play a song.
do, 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 do,
Britty, next. Britty, play some Hobo Obo.
Bo, bo.
Oh, it's my favourite song. It's only 2 seconds long.
It's just a foghorn. Can you imagine though if we had developed artificial intelligence with the form first, we hadn't come up with, like, as a society, we hadn't come up with artificial intelligence, like, just voice activated, like, technology. Like, it had to be in a robot for, like, a humanoid robot first. Can you imagine that? Because it would just be like, even the idea of a robot being a speaker, like, you're like, oh, hey, play a song, and it just opens its mouth and music comes out. But the idea of a humanoid artificial intelligence first makes me laugh, because the whole, like, oh, things are always listening. It's like, well, yeah, there's a robot standing in the corner, obviously.
There's a sketch in that.
It'd be so much more obvious than people being like, what? My cell phone's microphone is listening to me? Like, it's like, yes, there's a robot in your house. You idiot.
That makes me want to write a sketch where it is literally 2 minutes of convincing someone that their phone is listening to them, and then they're actually like, oh my god, it's my phone. And then the very last joke at the end of the sketch is that it's not your phone, and they don't realize that, but the people watching do, as it pans to a robot standing in the corner with a big, like, megaphone to the ear, listening to everything they say, relaying it to the FBI.
I'm listening. Oh my god.
Need any more oil, Barry? It's all good.
We're all good. I want to be a voice of artificial intelligence. I think I would make a good, not like a real artificial intelligence, but like,
You'd be a good stand-up voice.
See, like
turn the fuck around.
Turn the fuck around. Please continue straight, or you will be lost, you idiot.
Would you like an icebreaker?
Would you like an icebreaker?
Yes, please.
Would you rather fight a fish using shark arms, or play a hero in a movie? Now, I want to be clear that the last time we had a conversation about shark arms, I went into this generator and I made 2 separate options. And the options are, would you rather fight a blank with shark arms, or would you rather fight a blank using shark arms?
So shark for arms.
There is a distinction.
So
you're using...
Because we've argued about this in, what was it, episode 1 or 2?
Yeah.
So it's either your arms are sharks, or you've got shark fins for arms.
Right. This is...
Which I was saying aren't shark arms, they're fins.
You can interpret this however you want, but I can't get a... Would you rather fight a fish?
Oh my god, it's a fish! Fucking goldfish coming towards me.
To be fair, there's a lot of different kinds of fish that you could fight, but also, like, fighting fish is my new marching band name. Not even a real band, just a marching band. Hello, we're the Fighting Fish. Our team is really good. Go fish! We're gonna sit in the middle of the field and play a card game real quick. Hang on.
Hello, police. I'm having a fight with a cod.
Hello,
he's absolutely battering me.
My beta fish got out of its tank and had an issue, and now I have to fight it. I'm having to go around with my pet fish. Help!
I'm also pretty sure that batter joke went over your head, but I'll leave it.
I heard it, and I saw you make a face, and I was like, oh, there was a joke, I guess. Alright. Well, I'm in the middle of a joke. I can't acknowledge the other joke.
I infiltrated your joke with mine and ended it.
Both jokes failed immediately because our timing was so bad.
Oh man, it's always timing, isn't it?
It's always timing. How about we just rename our show to Timing is Hard?
Timing is
It's our new comedy lecture series. David is the professor, and we're gonna talk. Hello, class. Today we are going to talk about
Comedy.
Timing.
Sorry, comedy timing. Timing in comedy.
Timing
Comedy timing in.
in comedy.
In com.
timing. In no.
Timing in com.
In
Comed.
comrade. Timing.
Comrade, come on. I don't know what voice that was. I think we should leave. Not refer with that voice. I don't know what it was. It might be
Hello,
offensive
class.
if I continue.
This joke is an example of a bad one.
Bad comedy. Unusable.
Don't do this. This is a good example of a bad thing to do. Write that down. It will be on your test.
Would you like a dad joke?
Absolutely. We are both dad now. I want all the dad jokes.
A man walks into a bar. Ouch.
That's not even a dad joke.
It's just old.
That's like a joke I told when I was 6.
Yeah, no.
It's a good one, though. It's very good. Oh, wait, I've got one. No, I've got one. A man walks into a bar. Ouch, he says. The woman steps over it because the bar was so fucking low.
Hey. See, I've got one, but it's really rude. But I know it's a joke my dad told me when I was really young. But I don't want to say it. But I don't know if you're comfortable with it.
Well, do I have a choice? Hello, class. This is an example of your co-host not giving you a choice in the comedy. Write this down.
I probably heard this joke when I was about 6, 7, or 8, and it was my favorite joke when I was young.
Yeah.
It absolutely killed me every time. Right, how do I word it?
You don't reword a joke.
No, I can't remember. I remember the joke, but I can't remember how it went.
You are killing this joke is going to be dead on arrival. Doctors, clear! This joke is dead on arrival.
All right. Okay. So, husband and wife, they go to an antique shop and they find a magic mirror. They take it home. It's like, oh my god, it's a magic mirror. Can't wait to try this out when I get home. So the wife stands in front of the mirror and goes, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, make my boobs 44." So her boobs get really bigger. And the husband walks in the room and goes, "Bloody hell, that's amazing. Mirror, mirror on the wall, make my willy touch the floor." His legs fell off.
Smart. I like this mirror.
Yeah.
I like this mirror.
That killed me when I was young. That absolutely slayed me. There you go.
Good.
And I love the fact it was the man that got done. There you go. That's my dad for you. He tells me jokes like that when I'm young.
He's gonna make a good granddad.
I have to keep him away from my children. If he's going to be telling them jokes like that.
Are you just realizing this now?
Yeah. You gotta keep him clean. You can't tell him like you used to tell me. There's a lot more I know which I can't say.
Oh my
thankful
goodness.
for it though.
I will teach your child comedy timing so that he can be funnier than you.
No, my dad's the funniest person that I know by far. The thing is, he'll tell a joke and then he'll do this fake laugh he's got afterwards. And sometimes, if the joke doesn't work, the laugh's funnier. So he tells a joke and everyone's sort of like, and then he goes, and then everyone's done. Everyone's done. That floors them.
That's just what. So you need to work on your dad laugh. All right, David, give me your best dad laugh auditions. Go.
Okay, the people of Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people of Abu Dhabi do.
You gotta give it more belly. Give it more goffin. You sound like you were stabbed.
Oh, it was the cod. Call the police. I'm gonna attack by a fish.
That's good. No, I think that one might be the winner.
Yeah. Comedy club routine. A masseuse rubbed coffee cake all over my back. She was a tiramisu.
It sounds like you're gravely injured.
It's not me that's injured, it's the crowd after that joke.
Can you imagine if a comic did a stand-up routine that was only dad jokes?
Oh, I love it. There is a comedian in England that does it. He's got the world record on puns in a minute.
Amazing.
It's like over 100. He's incredible. He's amazing. Tim Vine, you need to look him up. You'll love him.
All right. That's next on my list of things I'm not going to do.
You bastard!
It's very funny to hear your actual laugh and your fake laugh like mixed together.
I'll tell you, right, one of his jokes won an award at Edinburgh Fringe a couple of years ago. It was one of these two. It was I went on a once in a lifetime holiday. Bloody hell, never again. And I was halfway through eating a horse, and then I realised, bloody hell, I wasn't that hungry. There you go. There's Tim. Makes it funnier if you do the laugh.
It does not. It makes me more concerned for your well-being. I
just remembered one.
No, you need to stop. I'm cutting you off. I'm gonna stop. No, stop. Stop. David, you need to stop.
He went to the beach and went in the water with some salsa. He was taking a dip in the sea.
David, you are cut off.
Okay.
Let's talk about something not funny for half a second. I literally am concerned for your well-being.
I'm fine. It's been a long week.
It's only Monday.
And I need my 4-week nap.
I know, we're getting there. We are getting there.
Let's go.
I actually want to go to Edinburgh Fringe so bad.
You'd love it.
I would really like to go.
Literally, whatever goes on Edinburgh Fringe on the stage is on TV for the next 5 years. The year after that.
There's so many cool, like, theater stuff that goes on during Fringe.
Yeah.
I really want to go. There's a local university that goes every 3 years that I just, I'm like, I didn't go to that school, but, like, that would have been cool.
Have you seen The Mighty Boosh?
Bits and pieces.
That was Edinburgh Fringe before it was on TV.
That's
yeah,
so cool.
Stuff like that. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Okay.
You have to have seen that, surely.
I don't.
Oh, Britty, how have you, a filmmaker, not seen Garth Marenghi's Dark Place?
I haven't seen a lot of things.
It. Oh my god. Right.
Here's the thing about me. Okay, here's the thing about me, David. Typically, if you ask if I've seen a film, the answer is no. Typically, the answer is no.
It's a TV series. It's like 6 episodes.
Okay.
And it's amazing. I don't want to describe it because it's an adventure. You sit down and then within the first few minutes you're like, what is going on? And then I remember it was about Christmas Day. I got it for Christmas, and the first few minutes I was like, I'm really confused. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then minutes in, I'm pissing myself. And I get it. I understand it now.
Yeah.
So you need to. It's one of my favorites.
All right. Do you want another icebreaker?
Oh, what was our answer to the last one?
I think we would rather fight fish. I think it's where we landed.
Yeah. I can't remember the other option.
Forget Everyone? Was that it? Was that the one? Okay.
That was the first one, wasn't it?
Here, I've forgotten literally everything we've said in the past 30 minutes.
I've ruined the show with my bad jokes.
Your dad jokes have given me amnesia. I don't know where I am. I am trapped in a podcast, and I can only be released if we have 5 listeners simultaneously.
Oh, wow. It's going to be a long time till that happens.
I know. I know. Do you remember last year when I was like, if 2 people retweet this, I'll eat a dumb hot dog? And
And
then
no one did they? Oh no, you did.
no,
Yeah, yeah,
did. They did, but I was like, that bar might have been too low. I think 5 is like too high. So somewhere between 2 and 5 is the amount of people that listen and genuinely enjoy this show.
Hmm.
Which is like, I don't know. I think that's a good number.
I just realized I'm eating a biscuit on. Sorry, I forget we're recording sometimes.
I've made David too comfortable. I've made David. David, I need you to immediately start to learn to fear me.
Sorry.
You're not fear. I'm behind you right now. See that flag behind you
Yeah.
has an essence of me in it. Those sunglasses are my eyes. I can see the back of your head.
Britty, play a song.
No.
Is that my electronic Britty? Is it?
That's your
That's my
AI.
Alexa.
Is
Yeah.
a pair of sunglasses on a canvas flag.
And the glasses turn on like a TV screen to show you there.
And I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah, every time I tell a joke, you just appear like, don't,
No,
Dave.
David,
No,
don't.
don't do the laugh.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm sorry. Come on,
All right.
move on so I can shut up.
Would you rather only be able to pay in pirate currency or be completely alone for 5 years?
Oh my god, it's so tempting. I would. 5 years would sound amazing.
David, you're about to be a father. You're never going to be alone again.
Which is why I would like to be the pirate.
Just in case Louise is listening.
Just to be on the safe side.
Can you imagine, though, going into the shop and putting down, like, a old gold, like, medallion and being like, one Dr. Pepper, please. One Coca-Cola, please. One fizzy lemonade, please. And they would be like, And then your other hand comes down and it's got a hook on it and you're like, lemonade, please.
I just think about the amount of rest you can get in those 5 years.
Oh, David. Oh, David. Oh, David.
Dangerous boy.
Danger zone.
No, I mean, like my space.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I think that, like, I would get a lot of art done in 5 years, but also I make a lot of collaborative art, so it'd be very difficult for me to do everything I typically do. And on the other hand, here's the thing about it. I think if I slowly started transitioning into more eclectic than I am, I think people would just accept me paying in pirate currency. Like,
hearty, pretty here.
Here's a one latte, please. And my boss would be like, "Are you gonna use Apple Pay?" And I'll be like, "Yes." The golden apple.
Yes.
Like, I obviously wouldn't be able to get any kind of goods or services if I tried to pay in pirate currency, but
what is pirate currency?
It is up to our discretion. There's nothing, unless you want to just say pirate currency is stolen money, in which case, heck
it's just
yeah.
gold, isn't it?
I just thought it was like cool gold coins. Like, you know, when you like see a treasure chest in a pirate movie and they dig it up and it's filled to the brim, it's just like gold coins.
It's their booty.
No.
My boot. That's what they call it.
I don't want to pay with my butt.
No. Are you paying with Apple Pay? No, I'm paying with my ass. Bonk. Jumps onto the counter.
Let me just put my ass on the counter real quick. Just twerk. Let me just twerk a little. Oh, that's $5.
I'm sorry, sir. You seem to have broken our card machine. Sir, can I have my card machine back? No, they call. Maybe that's not a thing in America.
No, it is. I just needed to make a joke.
Oh, okay.
Hello, class. This is the art of comedy. Write this down. David has failed.
Do you know that it's so hard to do a show? Cultural differences. Literally,
thing
first
about
two
it
seasons
is
of
not
the show.
like I feel like our dynamic has shifted because normally you're the one that like takes the piss for me not knowing something. What is happening, David? What is this?
No, it just the first two series was chatting about all the differences,
Yeah.
and now we don't really do that, and I'm struggling after half the episodes we do. And I'm struggling to wonder if some of the stuff you say is the same here. Or, for example, just then I was like, okay, she's taking it literally. I thought she might. Is she just going along with the stereotype of Americans taking jokes literally? But no, she was clever. She was smart, and that was the lesson. And I have
All
learned.
right, folks, we've killed the joke efficiently. Good job with the killing of the joke.
So Britty is a lot smarter than I thought. So I would.
Oh! Ah!
And he's back in with some punches.
I have a degree.
A degree? You do now because I just burn you.
I have a piece of paper that says I paid a lot of money to be smart in art, which means nothing, to be fair.
Smart in art.
Doesn't really mean anything.
Fair enough. I left school early. You win.
Okay. All right. How about a new icebreaker? Oh,
Go on.
okay.
Go for it.
These are both bad. All right.
Excellent.
Would you rather be a clown that is shot out of a cannon or live in a zoo? I told you, they're both bad.
Shit.
They're bad options.
A clown being shot out of a cannon or be in a zoo. At least I get to see the world. If I was shot out of a cannon, I'd like get to see all the views.
I mean,
how far am I traveling? Is it like
you get shot out of a cannon once?
once in a lifetime opportunity?
I always imagine they shot people out of cannons underneath the high top.
Well,
It's not as fun, but the concept of just being shot out of a cannon once and just angled so high that you can see the world, that makes me laugh.
That is the best way to die, surely. Just keep going into space and then you're done. You float away. You see the Earth.
You've
Bye-bye.
seen everything.
Yeah, I've seen the world.
I've seen the world. Now here's the question. If I live in a zoo, do I have like a little home inside the zoo, or do I have to just kind of wander around at night and just hope that the animals don't break out? Because if you go to the back areas where they feed all the animals and then you go back to the back offices and I have a little apartment back there, hell yeah, that'd be cool as shit. That'd be awesome. But if it was like you live in the zoo somewhere, then I'd be like, I guess I live with the orangutans now.
Yeah. And then when the zookeepers aren't around, you get to learn about the zoo prom or the discos they have at night.
Yeah.
You could be the prom queen in charge of the whole thing.
I'm waving. The giraffe is the prom king.
Please welcome the orangutan Beatles.
It's a cover band though. It's not actually like just like the orangutan version of the Beatles. It's just orangutans covering the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
Obviously. I just wanted to make that was clear. Like, I don't think that there's an animal equivalent of human things because I just think that would be silly. I think that they do cover bands. Bands, obviously.
If you were in a zoo, what? So you said orangutans. Take out orangutans or any monkeys similar.
Any monkeys? Yeah.
What section would you like to be in?
I mean, I think the giraffes are pretty neat.
Oh, giraffes!
I think they're pretty cool.
Penguins.
I'm trying to a penguin. You're too tall to be a penguin. I could be a penguin. You could not.
All right.
To be fair, though, I hate water. I don't think I would make a very good penguin. if I wasn't afraid of being killed, I think any of the cats would be cool. The big cats are really cool.
Yeah.
Like that would
I
be
like seeing those videos online of the home rescue ones where they've got like massive garden wildlife center where they've rescued all the cats.
yeah.
Right, and then they come running over and jump on the shoulder. Mate, that makes me cry.
I love seeing videos of like like keepers maybe, whoever folks are that like rescue like big cats and like have them. They're like really. I mean, all cats are the same basically,
Yeah,
and
they
that's what
are.
I love. It just also I don't want to be mauled.
But even domesticated cats, wild cats, they're terrifying.
I mean,
As in ones that have been abandoned and then left to fend for themselves.
yeah, my
They're,
cats are
they're,
so scary.
they're yeah, yours aren't wild.
They
My
were
point
at one
is,
point.
wild cats that live in neighborhoods fight for themselves. A bit like the wild cats in different countries.
It's true. I mean, but
It's
also
just,
I rescued both of my cats, and they're.
how did you?
I did. Well, Fish I found on the side of the road. She was about probably like not a couple weeks old. She was not very old,
Oh.
and we found her, and she looked like a dust ball, and she was the size of my hand. And I I rescued her, and I was like, "You're my cat now," and she's never been grateful once in her life. Now, Chips, on the other hand, he was at a shelter, and apparently they found him in a garage during a bad cold spell. So, like, I didn't see him out in the wild, but he was at one point wild, and he is so terrifying. And by terrifying, I mean he always wants attention.
I think that's sweet that you rescued them.
I do. I
Everyone,
don't.
that's if you're gonna get an animal, you need to get it
Yeah.
rescued. Has to be.
Well, the thing I appreciate about shelters and rescue animals, Fish is different because Fish was just me being like, I will save you. But Chips, I like went in and made a decision.
Yeah.
Chips chose me. I did not choose Chips. Chips was like, "Hi, you're taking me home," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's just what the rabbits were like.
Yeah.
When we picked out Dexter, if
Yeah.
anyone's seen my rabbits, he's the really fluffy one.
Mhm.
You can't see his eyes. He came over to us immediately. We put a hand on there and he just licked us. He was the only one who just kissed
Yeah.
us, basically.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, you're coming home, mate.
Yeah.
Easy decision.
Yeah, that one's not a hard one. I think the thing I do like about like shelters and rescuing is because if it's done right, you get an idea of their personality if they want to come home with you, and like
Yeah.
you can make like some choices to be like, oh, I want a black cat, or I want a old cat, or a young cat, but like, or dog or whatever. But you get an idea of their personality, whereas a lot of the times if you have like the younger the animal is, and the less like of a rescue situation you have, the more it's like their personality could be anything, especially cats. Like, and that was obviously Fish. Fish was like, I guess this is what Fish is. But Chip's like, I already knew from the beginning that he was affectionate and that he was sweet and played well with others, and like that's, I think, is super important. I would rather have an acknowledgement of what a personality is going to be in my house than be like, I want this animal because they look a certain way.
Yeah.
So.
You want to know it's going to be comfortable with you.
Right. Or, if you want like a guard dog or whatever, you want a dog that's not scared of every noise. Like, you can make those decisions without it being like, but I need it to be a poodle. Like, Poodles are vicious, though. Poodles are wild.
Yeah. Well,
right.
I think I felt that way about Tigger. He's he looks like Bugs Bunny, but he is the most skittish rabbit we've got.
Yeah.
And his whole litter were quite similar, but he was the shyest one, and I just felt sorry for him. I wanted to take him in and just cuddle him, so we did. And forever since then, we've just been looking after him. He's still like it. He doesn't like anyone going near him, but we cuddle him, give him love, and one day he'll be fine. One day.
One day, or never.
Or never. Maybe I'm just scaring him a bit more. I hope I'm not, because we just shower him with love.
Well, that's good. As long as they're being taken care of.
Yeah. Where did the comedy go?
We talked about our loves for too long.
I think it was about season 2. It went.
that far back, we never ever had it. If you're saying that it was gone season 2, that means we never had it in the first place.
No, I've really enjoyed the series. It's been great.
Yeah, this has been super fun. I would love for more folks to get on board the Twitch element of this. Because, for example, you might have missed David completely throwing his body off screen when he left. So I just think that that's fun and entertaining to watch. But I do want folks to know that they can be a part of this experience if they so choose. But if obviously, for most of the American folks, it is 9:53 in the morning on a Monday. Most folks are at work. So I completely understand if more folks want to just listen to it in podcast form. And I think that's fine and great too. But David and I are having a good time. So
I just got a message of a friend. I'd rather be bitten by a vampire.
Oh, well, that's because I just changed the icebreaker. The icebreaker is, would you rather be bitten by a vampire or be a yoga instructor?
See, I'm not looking at the stream, so I just read that.
I feel
Ben,
like we...
Ben, thanks for listening, man.
Are we dunking on yoga instructors, Ben?
Yeah.
Let's dunk on some yoga instructors real quick. Now, here's a question. Now, here's a thought. Can vampires be yoga instructors? Because my immediate thought is most yoga instructors I know, first of all, are very crunchy. They're very in tune with the earth. And I don't feel like that's a very vampiric thing. But also they like to do this thing where they like get up at the crack of dawn and like do yoga in the sun or like do it at sunset, which is like great and beautiful. What a way to start your day. But I think that vampires might have a problem with that.
Well, don't most, if he was a yoga teacher, don't most of them have like a dance classroom they have where it's just covered with mirrors?
Yeah.
Because that was a big question.
A huge problem. Now, if they really wanted to get really into it, they could be like, I am so in tune with myself that I no longer exhibit an outwardly body towards others. Soon, one day, you can do that too, if you just meditate long enough. I've meditated so hard that I no longer appear anywhere except for to you in your eyeballs.
Bloody hell.
Sometimes I go inside your eyeballs. It's not a fun experience. Your eyes are gross.
No, thank you.
Can you imagine a goth yoga class? That would be amazing. Be so good. It would be,
it wouldn't be super calming. It would just be My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, like emo, hardcore. You go, everybody's in all black, and but you're still doing like those great stretches. But you're doing it at like 8 p.m. when you should be doing things not at 5 a.m. at the ungodly hour of 5 a.m.
Black Parade comes on. All getting ready, stretching.
Namaste. I think I've come up with a new business venture.
Yeah.
I think I could make a whole business out of doing things for goths.
There you go then. Do you know, there's not a lot of jobs out there for goths.
I think everything but for goths. Just think of a business and I'll do it but for goths.
Okay, golfing coach.
Golfing but for goths. So what it is okay, I've got it. It's indoors, it's inside an abandoned castle, and what they're doing is virtual golf. So it's the thing where you hit it at the like screen and it tracks your motion.
And all the window curtains are shut.
Always
all
strong.
The lights are off.
It's always lit by candlelight.
Yeah.
I was just thinking like a coffee shop but for goths would be so good.
Oh my word.
It would be very good.
And the door creaks when you go in.
Yes. You have to have those sound effects. Now here's the question. I feel like I'm starting to go Victorian goth. Maybe I'm just
Maybe.
making businesses for vampires. Because like there's also the goths that wear like those big baggy pants with chains all over them and like spikes. Like there's different types of goths, and I recognize this. But am I
So-
just making businesses for vampires?
Are vampires like the first goths?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
They are. They're the
Darkness,
trendsetters.
pale, brooding,
Sleeping in coffins.
sleeping in coffins, likes blood, can't come up with a good fashion sense.
Can't go in direct sunlight.
Can't go in direct sunlight. Mad at the world.
Yeah.
They're the original goths. Like I don't. This
Yeah.
is not a question. This is very obvious.
I forgot what the icebreaker was.
Would you rather be bit by a vampire or be a yoga instructor?
I'll be bit by a vampire. I'll go same as my mate Ben, who sent me a message.
Me too. I just am bad at yoga. That's just where it is. Okay. Oh, I don't know why it's all stuck on Would You Rathers today, but it is stuck on Would You Rathers. So, would you rather write a musical hit about a seashell or be a spider?
Hang on a minute. What was the first one?
Write a musical hit about a seashell.
I would like that one.
Me
That's
too,
down my
actually.
alley. Yeah, I think that would be a sellout. The musical Clam.
Clam the musical.
Clam the musical.
What's a good pun?
Pearls of Wonder.
That's good. What's
Yeah.
Sally the Seashore Musical. The whole musical is just alliteration.
Do you know what the sad thing is? I know a lot of puns, but I haven't got many seaside ones.
I'm trying to think of like good puns with shells.
Shells.
Shells Bells, the musical.
Shells Bells. The plot line is Pearl the Clam was a businessman who shelled out on a new house and then went for cheaper advertising and shelled themselves out to the public. See, there you go. So back to the comedy class. There, that is pure comedy. You can tell when the laughter stops. The joke is there.
It's so raw and unfiltered, it's gross.
Yeah, and when it takes an age to fucking say the punchline.
It's like a fine wine. It's like a fine wine or a fine cheese. If you wait for it, it's still stinky.
Oh man, I've had a bad show today.
I feel like we've done a classic Time Zones Are Hard show today.
Yeah.
I think we've done a very good, like, if you've never listened to the show before, this is usually our bullshit.
Yeah,
Which
pretty
is
much.
Which is
Unscripted.
good.
Nothing really to talk
Unscripted,
about.
Good icebreakers, and by good I mean bad. I'm wondering, now here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm doing this thing I do when I'm drunk. Here's the question.
Hit me, Britty. Come on, hit me with it.
Here's a question. For Act 2,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather have real icebreakers back? Because we did this thing where I generated new and unusual icebreakers for the past 6 episodes, and some of them have been good. Some of them have been not so good. I want to hear your thoughts, or literally anybody's thoughts.
Well, I've actually got an idea that I wanted to do this series, but I think I might save it for the next act.
Uh-huh.
And that was, I was going to use a generator I was going to do some slang terms we use in England.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to make one up at the same time.
Okay.
And you had to tell me which one was real. And if you get it right, or no, which one you guess, you have to tell me what you think it means as well.
Okay.
And you get a point for everyone. And the points add up, and your prize will be revealed at the end of the series.
Which means you don't have one.
No. Tell you what, if you get there's 6 episodes. If you get more than 4 points,
Uh-huh.
I'll play the rap at the end of the second act.
I don't know. I think the rap should be our opener for Act 2.
That means I've got to do it quick.
Get on it. Get on it.
Britty, I have a baby on the way.
Sorry, I can't. My girlfriend is pregnant.
Oh, it's back. I'm sorry, I can't come to work today. I've been pregnant. Like, look what I did.
That one's on me. Whoops.
Sorry, guys. Oops. That was me. I
That
hope.
was on me. Well, if folks are listening to this and they have an opinion about if we should do more unusual generated icebreakers or they would like to do regular icebreakers, then I would highly recommend that you tweet at us at TimeZonePod, or you can go over to our Facebook page at TZH Podcast, or if you're feeling really spicy, you can use the hashtag TZH Podcast. I was trying to think of something really
spicy.
I was trying to think of something really spicy, but I couldn't.
Really peas and onion.
if you're just feeling that good old
prawn cocktail.
Good. You could yell in the street, and maybe the next person passing by will be David, and he'll tell me. But please, by all means, tell us what you think about our show. Tell us what you think we should do. We're open to suggestions. If folks have like ideas for anything, we're open. We're ready. We're ready for pocket notes. If you want to pay to hear us talk about something that you want us to talk about, pocketpodcastnetwork.com/pocket notes. We
can't say it enough. There's absolutely no content in this show until we start. So if you guys bring something in, then that helps us a lot.
We're down. If you want us to become a movie review podcast, we can't legally do that because home viewing already has that one under lock. But we can illegally do it because, as we've talked about, we are pirates. So.
And also, I don't have enough time to watch films to review because my girlfriend's pregnant.
Which will make it even better because we can review a film we've never seen.
Yes, there we go.
So that's content. That's good.
That is great. Do you want an extra bit of content? I just got a text off my manager in the past few minutes.
Uh-huh.
Can you do me a favor? Can you get me 2 padlocks with keys? That's it. That's all I got to add.
That's good content.
There you go.
Good content. We're a good show.
No, I can't. There you go.
I can't. My girlfriend's pregnant.
Can't get them, I'm afraid.
Okay. So I think we did it, David. I think we made another episode. I think we did it. I think I talked about everything I want to talk about. We're part of the Pocket Podcast Network. Listen to the great shows on the network. And thank you, everybody, for listening. We will be back.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, just to stop a second.
Weeks.
Right, I've just noticed something that's been sat in front of me, right? So, before we did the show, I just bought some biscuits, okay? They're not English. And I've just noticed some bad wording on the front cover.
Nuts.
No, it's
not so bad. No, it's just nuts is bad. David, put your nuts away.
Why does it say hit nuts?
Because that's what I'm going to do to you if you don't let me wrap up this show.
Go on, wrap up the show. Go on, telephone it. Shrink wrap the whole blooming thing.
Alright, so if things go right, we will be back on August 12th. If things go wrong, we will be back in your home while you're sleeping.
Bit ominous.
Yep. You'll wake up and we'll just be there.
Yep. Like the mafia.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If things go horribly wrong, we will unfortunately be in your home. I will become your next AI, and sorry, not sorry. But if you like our show, please tell folks that you like our show.
Yeah.
Please, please.
Even if they don't listen to it, just be like, "Oh yeah, I like this show."
Yeah, it's all you have to do. I don't know for sure, but I feel like I know that iTunes reviews might be going away soon.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, because iTunes is switching over the way they're doing podcasting now, which is totally fine and legitimate. But that means even more so now than ever, we need folks to review us, or tell us, or tweet us, or tell your grandma. Go tell your dog. Like get people to listen to this show.
Go tickle and tell your dog.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said? Go tickle and tell your dog.
Yep, that's not what I said, but I will accept it. Again, though, like, thank you everybody for listening and watching and being a part of this experience. David, do you have any closing remarks before we actually like end this show?
No, not really. I finished it now with Hit Nuts. So
Okay.
hashtag Hit Nuts, everyone.
Are those your last words?
Yeah, because I
Final-
know for a fact I'm not going to be invited back to the next series. So my final words to everyone is Hit Nuts.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. I'm Britty.
I'm David.
And we've been your very favorite transatlantic podcast, signing off.
The only ones out there.
Bye.
Bye.